evening. My name is Ms. Rivera, and I'm the Activities Director at Valley High School, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the Valley High School Class of 2017 Graduation Commencement Ceremony. We will begin today's ceremony with the presentation of colors by Valley's AFJ ROTC Color Guard, Cadets Jocelyn Avilos, Zoe Fletcher, Kiara Bidehe, and Alicia Sanchez. The Star-Spangled Banner will be performed by Valley Band under the direction of Mr. Mark Ellington. At this time, if you will all please stand and remove hats. Valley graduates, please remove your caps and stand quietly while the colors are being presented. Family, friends, and guests, you may be seated. Valley High School graduates, you may be seated. Thank you for joining the class of 2017 in celebrating their graduation. I am honored to be the ceremony announcer for the Valley High School class of 2017 commencement ceremony. As I introduce guests, please stand as I read your name. Today's platform guests are APS Board of Education members, Mr. Lorenzo Garcia, Board Vice President and Valley Representative, Ms. Peggy Mueller-Aragon, Board Member, Albuquerque Public School Leadership Team, Mr. Troy Hughes, Associate Superintendent, Elementary School Education, Ms. Lucinda Sanchez, Associate Superintendent, Special Education. Valley platform guests, Connor Neal, Valley High School Salutatorian. Jacqueline Murphy, Valley High School Valedictorian. Mr. Anthony Grego, Principal. Mr. Anthony Lovato, 12th grade and curriculum assistant principal. Mr. Terry Dahl, 10th and 11th grade buildings and ground assistant principal. And Ms. Sari Grube, graduate announcer. Sitting in the special guest section, we have our counseling department, Ms. Danielle Thresh, counselor. Ms. Holly Blue Sky Ray, counselor. Mr. Eliseo Montoya, college and career counselor. Ms. Jennifer Montano, Crossroads counselor. We also are being joined by the family of Amanda Sanchez. Faculty row leaders, we have Ms. Tess Sanchez, 9th grade Dean of Students. Mr. Joe Coleman, Athletic Director. Mr. Larry Pavat, Valley Academy Coordinator. Ms. Lisa Salcido, Bilingual Coordinator. Mr. Matt Wells, Career and Technical Education. Mr. David Kellison, English. Dr. Harry Posas, Modern and Classical Languages. Mr. Abel Abeda, Art. Mr. Gary Montoya, Physical Education. And Ms. Peggy Foos, Mathematics. It is my pleasure to introduce Valley High School Principal, Mr. Anthony Griego, to open the ceremony.
Good evening. Welcome parents, family, friends, faculty, honored guests, and the class of 2017. Tonight, we come together to celebrate the graduation of the class of 2017. These graduates have taken a journey which comes to a conclusion tonight. It is a journey that has stretched their minds and examined their consciences. You could ask, what purpose has this journey served? I know that 2 of your fellow graduates had to overcome some real serious health issues their sophomore year. Adriana Torres, she beat cancer. And Chris Apodaca had gone into a coma for over a month, but both came back healthy for the junior year. If it wasn't for the support of their family, friends, and teachers, they might have had to wait till next year to complete their high school. Tonight, you will receive a diploma which states you have satisfactorily completed a prescribed course of study, but more important, you have also made a journey of preparation. Take, for example, some of your classmates' accomplishments. Joshua Martinez. 2 years ago, Josh was a volunteer at Presbyterian Hospital's emergency room. This experience was such a life-changing event that Josh went on to earn his New Mexico EMT basic license, which has 3 prerequisite classes as a high school junior. Josh has been employed by the Moriarty Fire Department since July of 2016. He earned his Firefighter 1 license in December of last year and became a certified wildline firefighter in January of this year. He's already taken coursework in the Pre-PSA Academy and has been accepted into the PSA Academy, and Josh will begin his training as a PSA this month. 2 other graduates, Alexis Candelaria and Desiree LaCour, will both be a licensed practitioner, nurse, and LPN after passing the state board of exam by virtue of completing their program at CEC and at Valley High School. Marcus Montoya most recently won a top award for New Mexico for an essay he wrote about what he had learned about the financial markets, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and how to research them. The award was from the national contest run by the Securities, Industry, and Financial Markets Association located on Wall Street, New York. His insight towards financial markets and the ability to prove his knowledge about stocks will enable him to be a great success. Connor Neal has been appointed to the Air Force Academy, where he will study electrical engineering and cybersecurity. This is just a small example of what this class has been able to accomplish over these 4 years. They have taken everything in stride and have done well. Your teachers have worked long and hard to prepare you to meet those challenges and to overcome those obstacles that lie ahead. Now it's up to you to meet those challenges and to overcome those obstacles. As I mentioned last night, the time has now come for you to be set free, spread your wings, and fly off on your own. We hope we have prepared you to go forward and to meet the new and exciting challenges for you and to fulfill all your dreams and aspirations. I would like to thank all our parents, family members, and friends who have loved, guided, and supported these graduates over the years. I would also like to thank our teachers who, by virtue of their careers they have chosen, have made a positive impact on the lives of these graduates, which will be evident in their future accomplishments. On behalf of myself, the faculty and staff of Valley High School, I wish to each and every one of you a happy and productive life. May the future be yours, the best of luck, and congratulations to the class of 2017.
This evening, the Valley Brass Ensemble, composed of Pablo Dueños, Nico Gutierrez, Noah Hernandez, Jason Milano, Elijah Ramirez, and senior Evelyn Chavez, will perform Innovation under the direction of Mr. Mark Ellington. Mr. Anthony Lovato, Curriculum Assistant Principal, will introduce the 2017 Valley High School Salutatorian and Valedictorian.
Good evening, families, guests, faculty, and our senior class. At this time, I would first like to recognize the parents of our salutatorian, Brian and Sue Neal. Will you please stand? Mr. Neal is also our APD School Resource Officer. I now present to you Valley High School's 2017 salutatorian with a GPA of 4.584, Mr. Connor Neal.
seat. It is an honor to finally be here on this warm and clear Albuquerque evening. I say that it is an honor because our ceremony today represents a culmination of years of hard work. And I'm humbled and invigorated to now be standing here with you all, and with those of you who helped us along our way, who understand and appreciate all that we have done to bring ourselves this far. On that note, to the teachers, friends, and parents who have supported us in this labor of love, thank you. I hope that our graduation today affords you yet another chance to see that your time with us has truly been well spent. We've come a long way, and now we are something worth celebrating. You know, come to think of it, we have always been something worth celebrating. When Jackie and I began to craft what we wanted to share with you all, we knew that on this day we wanted to leave our soapboxes at home in an effort to instead focus on something far more important, and that's us, our student body, a body that acts and lives as a whole but is ultimately comprised of fantastically unique individuals, meaning us. I only know one other person who chose to come to Valley after finishing middle school at Jefferson, and that person just happens to be the Julia Witten. So, as a result, the question as to why I chose to attend Valley often comes up when people hear about my time here. It certainly is a good question, and there have always been a number of good ways for me to answer it. I can always tell the speaker about Ms. Grube's awesome engineering program, or Mr. Goodrich's variety of ways to remember the original 3 trig functions, or about the debates in Mr. Hollis's class, or about Taekwondo in Mr. Worley's, or about prom last year. So. And while I've enjoyed all of those things, none of them are what I mention first and foremost when I tell someone why I enjoy being here. Without fail, I mention first that I enjoy the people here, meaning all of us. I tell them how much I enjoy how unassuming and welcoming our class is. I tell them about how many great friendships and kindnesses I've been lucky enough to share in. And most of all, I tell them how proud I am to feel as though I am part of a family here and how amazed I am by us. Especially by the fact that we can all be so different from one another and still be kind enough to include each other in the Viking family that it has been ours to inherit. Because it seems like we could have always chosen to polarize ourselves between individualism and family. We could have always chosen to take the route of so many others and have chosen to focus on our own inimitable traits, and in doing so, forget the equally inimitable traits of other people who make up the class of 2017. And at the same time, we could have gone down the path of the complete collective and so forget our myriad of strengths. But we didn't, and I'm confident that it is that choice, the choice not to go either route and to welcome one another into this Viking family is indeed our greatest triumph. Heck, if anyone has ever needed any evidence of that, just take a look into the class of 2017. Seated here are track runners, baseball players, thespians, Mesa students, swimmers, riders, welders, wrestlers, dancers, cheerleaders, readers, thinkers, baseball players, golfers, tennis players, mock trial lawyers, United Nations delegates, the list goes on. And here we all are, unified in our celebration of something we accomplished together. A large part of what I hope to accomplish here today is to show that we have developed something significant to share with the world after we leave here. In this regard, it seems like I've got an easy job to do, especially since our class has done such an exceptional job of laying the groundwork for what I hope to emphasize. Now, as I continue, I hope that you forgive me if I feel I overgeneralize or paint with a brush too large, but I am obligated by the virtue of the honor I hold here to speak from the perspective of the class of 2017. After we walk out of those doors, it seems like we will be stepping back into, that is, not for the first time, a nation or in a society of people that all too often struggles to accomplish what we have accomplished over the last 4 years. And when you take a moment to consider that our achievement has been to unite while loving our differences, I believe that my point will be that much clearer. It seems like the society we will be returning to often struggles to unite as a family of people like we have, while recognizing that all of our idiosyncrasies and eccentricities only serve to make us strong. Ladies and gentlemen, and graduates of the class of 2017, I propose that is what we have to share with the world at large. Upon our departure, our lesson to share can be one of unity, one of learning to accept and welcome others, not because we sympathize with them on account of their uniqueness, but because we cherish their uniqueness. Because we know and we have learned that it is possible to be a whole, a student body comprised of individuals who all have something great to share. To the class of 2017, I have to say thank you. Thank you for sharing all of your strengths and your uniqueness with me, and for welcoming me into the family of Vikings I'm so proud to be a part of. So see, when I got here in 2013, I really had no idea that I would find such powerful community and friendship, and yet I have. I have personally experienced every virtue of this class I've spoken of today, And you all, the class of 2017, have given me a home here. And I really am looking forward to passing the key on to many future generations of Vikings. I hope that you all will continue to do the same, helping others with differences find a home and family, and will continue to spread the lesson of unity with uniqueness that we've all learned here. So thank you all again, and go Vikings! Okay, you got it? Okay. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to recognize the parents of our valedictorian, Ariana Rock Murphy and James Murphy. Will you please stand? I now present to you Valley High School's 2017 valedictorian with a GPA of 4.585, Jacqueline Murphy.
Not as tall as Connor. Family, friends, honored guests, esteemed faculty, Mr. Griego, Mr. Lovato, Mr. Dahl, Ms. Sanchez, Ms. Rivera, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2017. I cannot express how truly honored and blessed I am to be able to spend this evening celebrating the grand finale of our high school careers together. Vikings, we came, we saw, we conquered. Before we take our first step into the great unknown, let's take a second to thank those that helped us reach the end of this adventure, mostly unscathed. To every family member that is here to celebrate the graduation of a Viking, we thank you for all the support you gave us and the patience you had with us, because without you, we would not have made it to this auspicious occasion. That goes doubly for you, Mom, Dad, and Sari. To the friends that tolerated the "I'm not going to make it, please just let me drop out" speech over and over and over throughout the entire college application process, we are forever indebted to you. A huge thanks to Marion, Hannah, Evelyn, and of course the amazing Connor Neal over there for keeping me sane this year. I love you guys. To the teachers who propelled us into new realms of academia that we thought were beyond us, I'm looking at you, Hollis and Goodrich. Thank you for never giving up on us and believing that we could do anything, even when we didn't believe it ourselves. To the sponsors and coaches that changed the way we looked at life without ever giving a single lecture, thank you for helping us become one of the most amazing group of talented young people we are today. Miss Grube, you are the best on-campus mom a girl could ask for. Thank you for always going above and beyond every day. And Ms. Thompson, thank you for seeing the possibilities and encouraging us all. We couldn't do what we do without you. Now, to the reason we have all gathered here today, us, the Valley Viking graduating class of 2017. One of the most active, passionate, talented group of graduates ever assembled, and in my opinion, the best class Valley has ever seen. Allow me to act as your guide through a quick reminiscence on some of the best moments of our collective time spent here at Valley High. After all, this is the last time we will all be gathered together, sitting quietly, waiting for roll to be called. Start at the beginning, freshman year. None of us were as prepared as we thought we were. Schedules were checked a dozen times, routes to classes hammered into our heads, and we still managed to get lost at least once, maybe twice. We also got to casually stalk celebrities on our campus while they filmed spare parts, and that was undeniably cool. I mean, what other group of kids gets to say they rubbed elbows with Jamie Lee Curtis and George Lopez, guys? No one. Sophomore year, we arrived on campus much more sure of ourselves and slowly began to realize why we had been so disliked the year before. And by junior year, we were already counting down the days until this very moment, the moment that high school finally ends. We learned through the combined torture of AP classes and taking leadership roles in our sports teams and clubs that sometimes finishing is the only goal, and more often than not, it takes everyone around you to make it happen. Finally, senior year. The year of all years. We walked on campus tall and proud, excited to begin, at the top of that proverbial food chain. And that lasted all of a week before we were smacked in the face with resume building, college applications, and the fine art of begging for money to pay for the next 4 years of our education. In spite of all that, we did some really amazing things. We donated an insane amount of money to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Won 4 consecutive state titles in dance, debated Hamlet's sanity, played baseball at Isotopes Parks, and for the second year in a row, made everyone roar with laughter during our cheerleader routine at Powder Puff. We held a major presence in every club and sport on Valley's campus and have made a lasting impact on many Vikings to come. We are continuing on to some of the finest institutions of higher learning in the country, joining the military and entering the workforce. We are taking on a new world by storm, a world unlike any seen before. Now here, I should have some compelling call to action that you all will forget as soon as you get up to receive your diplomas. Some wise, inspiring words that would propel us into our bright tomorrows. But when Connor and I were talking about writing these speeches, we decided that we won't be giving any untried or untested advice on our futures. Let's face it, we're just as unprepared and know just as little about what the future holds as you guys do. But this moment here is to celebrate what we have accomplished. And we have undeniably accomplished a great many things, Vikings. So I charge you with this. In your last second of high school, do not forget the work that it took to get here. Throw yourselves into what you decide to do, wholeheartedly, and continue looking for ways to improve. That is how we achieved here and how we will continue to achieve. And I urge you to continue to give life your all. Remember that no matter where life takes you, we all have shared this beginning, a bright beginning full of promises. Continue to achieve, my friends, and I'll see all of you on the other side of the tassel. Thank you.
This semester, the Viking family lost a member of our family, Amanda Sanchez. The senior class held a memorial at lunchtime and released purple balloons, Amanda's favorite color. We will miss Amanda's sense of humor and beautiful smile. I would like to present a memorial cup, cap, and gown, and white roses to Amanda's family. Other members of Amanda's family are located in box 26 and also located down here. Could you please stand at this particular time? We know her life was taken too quickly, but her memories that she shared with each and every one of us will be cherished for a lifetime. At this time, let's take a moment of silence in remembrance of Amanda Sanchez. Thank you. Board members Peggy Mueller-Aragon and Lorenzo Garcia, the graduates before you have met the graduation requirements set forth by the Albuquerque Public Schools Board of Education, along with the New Mexico Public Education Department. To you, I present the class of 2017.
Thank you, Mr. Grego. I would just want to note that there was one special thing that happened this past year that wasn't mentioned, and that was that Mr. Anthony Grego was selected Principal of the Year in an outstanding recognition, so I would like us all to please congratulate him. There's one more thing I'd like to ask you to do. I'd like you to spread a good rumor. Lots of bad rumors get spread, but it's time to spread a good rumor. Valley High School is the best high school in Albuquerque. You heard about it from our Salutatorian and our Valedictorian, what an incredible community that has been built. And I'd like us to please say thank you to our staff, faculty, everyone that works at Valley High, because you make this school work. Thank you. Okay. On behalf of the Albuquerque Public Schools Board of Education,
we accept Valley High School's class of 2017. Go Vikings!
Kayla Abeta. Ambrosia Monet Acosta. Daryl William Ames, Jr. Mandy June Alcon. Ricardo Aldaba. Christopher Apodaca. Anthony Aragon. Adan Armijo. Brandon Atencio. Nicholas Atencio. Adriana Monique Baca. Brian Jacob Baca. Pilar Baca. Ramon Baca. Ricky Baldonado. Leticia Vallejos. Carlos Barboa. Jose Juan Barraza. Joe Berg. Lily Ann Brooks. Brittany Suzanne Brown. Dominique Chiara Bruno. Eliezer Alexis Burgos. Daniel Robert Bustos. Edward Robert Bustos. Carla Juliet Campos. Alexis Candelaria. Paulina M. Carrillo. Sabino A. Carrillo. Marisa Casaus. Alexa Castillo. Alicia Yvonne Chavez. Sierra Avery Chavez. Evelyn Marie Chavez. Isaiah Chavez. Jacqueline Savannah Chavez. Leticia Chavez. Nicholas Chavez. Mia Nicole Chavira. Brian Cisneros. Roy Ismael Claudio Cardim. Iran Alejandra Collazo. Sinjin Collins. Tabitha Connor Mejia. Samuel Corral. Amanda Mary Quaron. Nathan Downs. Kevin Dueñas. Esperanza Duran. Zachary Alexander Dye. Roman Encinas. Shavana Lene Escarcida. Isaac Estrada. Destiny Mercedes Felix. Marisa Angelica Flores. Jessica Page Flowers. Alejandro Antonio Garcia. Alexander Garcia. Daniel Garcia. Dominic Garcia. Isabella Maria Garcia. Julian Garcia. Kino Angel Lee Garcia. Thomas Garcia. Oscar Garcia Valdez. John Georges. Amadeus Gonzalez. Hope Destiny Griego. Joshua Griego. Nicholas Gourlet. Patrick Gourlet. Andrew Abran Gutierrez. Brittany Gutierrez. Dominica Mariana Gutierrez. Gabriel Gutierrez. Xavier Gutierrez. Savannah Emily Hernandez. Daniel Higadera. Jeremiah Hobson. Thomas Jones. Thomas Dean Kenny. Esperanza Aliyah Kozlowski. Damian Michael Lacour. Desiree Monique Lacour. Joseph Leva. Julian Lopez. Alexis Lovato. Gabriela Elicia Lucero. Lene Chanel Lucero. Estrella Jasmine Madrid. Destiny Madrid Parks. Mariah Marie Maldonado. Victoria Renee Maldonado. Sharon Marin. Christopher Marquez. Adriana Martinez. Brianna Renee Martinez. Dominique Martinez. Joshua Martinez. Marie Victoria Matern. Anna Irene Mayorga. Everton McNabb. Marion Elizabeth Means. Mariana Alyssa Medina. Vanessa Moik Monique Mejia. Kimberly Mendoza Veleta. Karen May Miller. Jesse Mirabal. Diego Fernando Molinar. Lynn Molinar. Eduardo Alberto Montañez. Marina Raquel Montaño. Angel Rose Montoya. Ariana Alexis Montoya. Elijah Montoya. Marcus Anthony Montoya. Stephen Leo Montoya. Ashlyn Morris. Samuel Robert Moya. Jacqueline Jolie Murphy. Zachary Nair. Francisco Navarro. Vivian Navarro. Connor Neal. Armando Orañez. Justin Orona. Brianna Ortega. Ariana Lucia Otero. Damian Alexander Pacheco. Rebecca Cortez Pacheco. Brittany Leanne Parra. Adeo Lee Kachina Peterson. Sarah Teresa Phillips. Hanaya Pickett. Andres Plata. Caitlin Pokagan. Josephine Quintana. Selena Rael. Orlando Griseldo Ramirez. Ezekiel Renteria. Lyric Lene Rescati. Jesus Reyes. Andrew Rocco. Arturo Rodriguez. Marisa Rodriguez. Angelo Romero. Anissa Renee Olson Romero. Daniel John Wayne Romero Martinez. Monica Ruiz. Gabriel Saavedra Jr. Anthony Kane Salazar. Liberty Joy Sanborn. Adrian Roberto Sanchez. Axiri Concepcion Chavez Sanchez. Asia Corina Sanchez. Antoine Sanchez. Cheyenne Renee Sanchez. Julia Catherine Sanchez. Kevin Sanchez. Monica Regina Sanchez. Lauren Schwartz. Iris Marie Cedillo. Robert Cedillo. Tyler Joseph Shanovich. Jonathan Sierra. Nicholas Sigmund. Anthony Silva. Sydney Quinn Solis. Melissa Soto. Hannah Stark. Angelique Stevens. Hannah Stephanie Stout. Esteban Strader. Ileana Tafoya. Diego Tena. Deidre Tilden. Michael Torres. Adriana Torres. Jesselyn Rose Trujillo. Marco Christopher Trujillo. Rebecca Trujillo. Samuel Trujillo. Chris Euchre. Liseth Valencia Quiroz. Jennifer Vega Grado. Robert Velasco Jr. Sonia Melody Velasquez. Christian Scott Warren. Sarah Danielle Judy Watson. Julia Stella Witten. Chantel Williams. Alexis Zamora. Axel Zapata. Rocio Zubia.
Wait until I say, let's hear for the class of 2017. Wait until I say, let's hear it for the class of 2017. Okay? The Valley High School 2017 class officers will lead the class in the ceremonial moving of the tassels.
Valley High School senior class. This is the moment we have been waiting for. We are officially graduates. Move your tassels. Woo!
All right, seniors, stand up. Let's hear it for the Valley High School class of 2017. Woo! Okay, go. Thank you all for coming and have a good night.
you.